Good morning, everyone. My name is Carmel. I work with Eastside Neighborhood Services with the Vital Living Program. And thank you for joining me today for another week of Vital Fitness. So let's go ahead, get seated in our chair. We're going to take a few deep breaths in and out. So make sure you're in a chair with no wheels underneath. This is an all abilities gentle exercise class. So we'll be doing a few seated and standing exercises, and feel free to take breaks whenever you need to as well. So with a few deep breaths in and out, let's take a deep breath in and take a deep breath out. Deep breath in and out. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Warming up our neck and our head here, we're going to look side, center, and then to the other side. Just our head and our neck moving. The rest of our body is pretty relaxed. Try to keep your shoulders in place. We're not turning as we move our head and neck. It's just simply isolating our head and neck the whole time to warm up. Okay. Look straight ahead again. Let's look up to the ceiling this time. Look straight ahead and down to the floor. Again, just our head and our neck moving. Feel free to put music on your end if that helps you get along through all the different exercises that you do. I don't have music with me here, just so to make sure everyone can hear me. And keep on going. Okay, and one more. So looking up to the ceiling, straight ahead, and down to the floor. Okay, let's sit upright again. Let's move down to our shoulders this time. We're going to roll our shoulders forward here. So go ahead, make small circles with your shoulders here. Stretching out the chest, the upper back as you do this. Taking deep breaths in and out. And remember to keep on breathing throughout any of the exercises that we do today. It's important to kind of get that oxygen in and out of you. Want to make sure that you also have a water bottle nearby you. Feel free to take water breaks whenever you need to. And because we save these videos every week to both our Facebook page and our YouTube channel, you'll see that eventually later on in the week when we upload that. But since we save them, feel free to take a pause, take a break when you need to. Okay, roll your shoulders back. Yeah, feel free to take a pause, a break, whenever you need to, and come back to it if you would like. Taking deep breaths in and out. Okay, go ahead and rest your shoulders. Shake that off a bit. Okay, moving to our arms this time. We are going to raise our arms up at shoulder level and then back down. So I am raising it up and back down. Feel free to do this at a comfortable range of motion for you. You know your body best, so you know how far to push it, how not to strain it. And it's something that we practice as well, because sometimes we might not be aware of how far our body could go too. So you want to make sure you stay safe the whole entire time. If this feels like you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can have some weights on you. I know I often have these 2 pound weights with me. Um, and you could do that as well if you'd like to challenge yourself right away. Or it doesn't have to be weights, it could be things that you see around the house. Things like cans of soup or maybe water bottles, anything that's about the same weight for each hand so that they stay balanced the whole time. Okay. Let's raise our arms a little bit higher if you can. If you can't, that's okay. Just keep on going at a range of motion that works for you. And taking deep breaths in and out. Try to keep the same speed as you put your hands up and put them back down. Don't let gravity just pull your hands down. Just making sure we control the movement the whole way through. Okay, one more here. And rest. Shake that off. Moving down to our wrist, our hands, a little bit of our forearm as well. I'm going to come a little bit closer here so you can see me. But stretch out your fingers out wide and then curl your hands into a gentle fist. So stretching them out wide and then curl into a fist. You want to make sure you're exercising the small muscles that we have in our hands as well. We use our hands for a lot of different things. So we want to make sure they stay mobile the whole way through. And feel free to do this at your own pace. Feel free to do any of the exercises that we do at your own pace. What I am doing is simply just a guide. Say it's kind of like a skeleton of what it could be. But you know your body best, what your range of motion is, what speed you can manage. That's where you feel free to adjust as needed. Okay, stretch out your fingers again here. This time have your palms face the floor and then rotate, face the ceiling. Facing the floor and the ceiling. Doing some small wrist rotations. Taking deep breaths in and out as you do this. Okay, and let's go ahead and touch each finger with our thumb this time. So have your fingers out, touch each finger that you have to your thumb. And feel free to go at your own pace. Feel free to change up the pace, change up the order in which you touch your fingers. So a bit of a brain exercise as well when you do this. And take deep breaths in and out. And shake that off. Shake off your wrists. Give them a bit of a break. Drink some water if you need to. We're going to move down to our lower body now. Remember to keep on drinking water even if you don't feel thirsty. Because the moment you are thirsty, you're already dehydrated, so you don't want that. So make sure you stay hydrated the whole way through. Okay, so go ahead, sit in your chair. We're going to be working on our ankles, and so your feet, they're flat on the floor right now. And what we're going to do is we are going to raise our heels off of the ground and then raise our toes off of the ground. So raise the heels, raise the toes. It's a small movement, but we're just waking up our ankles, getting them up and ready to go for the exercises that we're about to do today. when we do things like stretch like this, we want to make sure that we're breathing all throughout as well. So try not to hold your breath. Make sure you're still breathing. You probably will start to feel deeper stretches as well the more you breathe. So that's always a nice thing that our breathing helps us do. Helps us move more into the movements that we do with our joints and just our muscles, being able to stretch more. Okay, keep on rocking back and forth here. We'll do it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, this time. So stay seated in your chair. We're going to warm up our legs a little bit of our thighs as well. We are going to raise, let me face this way, just so you see me. We are going to raise one leg up and then put that leg down. Alternate other leg up and back down. So again, do this at a comfortable range of motion for you. If you can only get it so high up, that's okay. Keep on moving. Keep on pushing yourselves to whatever your ability and level is. The important part is that we keep on moving. We keep on exercising. That helps us build muscle, continue to build muscle, build flexibility. Even if we do the small things each day, it's always about consistency. So doing it over time, every day if you can, that will eventually help you get stronger. So this is something that you could do even if you're just sitting down, maybe watching TV. It's a small movement that you can add into any part of your day. So feel free to keep on doing this exercise video if you'd like the whole week. We have other videos as well. A lot of the same exercises, but it's always nice to hear new videos. Okay, last one on each side. And rest. Okay, this time we are going to raise both our legs up. So same thing, raising our legs up and then raising them back down. So same thing as earlier, we are raising just both of our legs this time and then bring them both back down. So we'll do this for we'll do it for say 8 more times here. And remember to keep on breathing, especially when things get harder. We'll take deep breaths in and out. And let's do it for 3 and 2 and 1. And we are going to hold it up in the air for a bit and rest it back down. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in and out. Okay, so we are going to do our sit to stand exercise now. So be seated in your chair. I'm going to move to the side here just so you can see a little bit more clearly what I'm doing. But in your chair, you want to be a little bit close to the edge. You want to have that space free beneath your legs, your feet flat on the floor, your posture is upright, relaxed. And make sure that we don't hunch over throughout any part of this exercise. We don't want to do that. But this is called the sit to stand exercise. This is something that we do in our Tai Chi class. And we do it here too because I know it's a favorite among the people. I know for sure. But go ahead, stay seated in your chair. Roll your shoulders back. And the first part to our sit to stand is simply leaning over, stretching your hands right in front of you, and then coming back to the center of the chair. So try that again. Lean over. Just lean as far as you can. And then bring yourself back, sitting upright. Let's try that again. Inhale, lean over. Exhale, come back. So when we do that, we want to make sure we're not hunching and leaning over like this. So we're not doing that, but we are keeping our chin up, keeping our back, our spine straight as we do this. Let's do it one more time here, and then we'll move on to the next part. So go ahead, inhale, lean over, keep that head up. Exhale, come back. Okay, the second part to our sit to stand. There are a few ways to do this. I will show what it looks like without any help or assistance with the things that we might have around us. But the second part to our sit to stand is lifting a little bit off our chair and then gently coming back down, trying not to plop down in our chair. So, because this movement builds on from the previous, we are going to do these two at the same time. So the first one, we don't lift yet, we lean over and then come back. And this second one, we lift a little and then come back down. Okay, first part, to our sit to stand, leaning over, no lifting yet. We're going to inhale, exhale. Second part, we're going to lift a little off our chair, a few inches off. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so I don't know if you noticed, but I used my hands for momentum, my arms swinging forward and then coming back. And then let's try that again. Let's go ahead, do our first part, no lifting yet. We're going to inhale, lean over, exhale. Now lift a little, inhale, and exhale. Okay, so that is our second part to the sit to stand. If you would like assistance in being able to do that, we have a chair-assisted way to do that, where we have a chair placed right in front of us. Make sure it's a heavy enough chair where you can kind of push yourself off to kind of lift yourself. Go ahead and have that right in front of you. And let's do that same thing again. We'll do it twice here with the chair. If you don't need the chair, keep on going the same way we've been doing. But let's take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out and exhale. First part, to our sit to stand, leaning over, taking a deep breath in, and take a deep breath out, exhale. Lifting a little now, inhale, and exhale. Okay, let's try that again. One more time. Inhale, lean over, no lifting yet. Exhale. Lift a little this time. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. So I'm going to show one more way in which to do this. And this time we're adding a lot of momentum using not just our arms, but also our legs. So let's take another deep breath in before we try this. Inhale and exhale. First motion, we are going to lean over, no lifting. Inhale, exhale. Lift a little this time. We are going to rock back, lifting those legs up. So my legs, they were on the floor, flat on the floor, but I'm going to lift them up and rock back and push the ground. Inhale, exhale. Let's try that again. Okay, first part, leaning over, no lifting yet. Inhale, exhale. Second part, we are going to inhale and exhale. Okay, the last part to our sit to stand is standing up, and we are going to stay standing. So we'll do this actually, we'll do it twice, and then we'll stay standing after the second one. Okay, so have that chair in front of you if you need it. Use those legs to rock back for momentum if you need that. But we are going to do the sit to stand the whole way through now this time. So the first part, we are going to lean over, no lifting. Inhale, exhale. Lift a little this time. Inhale, exhale. Now we're going to stand all the way up. Inhale and exhale. Okay, before we do that back again, we are going to feel our chair just behind our legs here. We know where we are. We know where we're going to sit down. And we are going to take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out and exhale. And sit down in our chair. Let's try that again one more time. If you cannot do the standing up or even just standing a little bit, a few inches off your chair, that's completely fine. Keep on leaning over and coming back, leaning over and coming back. That is also really good exercise as well, and just doing those small movements. I think we often think that exercise needs to be kind of these big, grand movements to make a difference, but it really is not. It's really just making sure that we're still moving the whole way through. Okay, drink some water if you need to. Take a break if you need to as well. We'll still be here. We're going to take a deep breath in now. Take a deep breath out. And we'll do this whole thing. So, first part, no lifting yet. Go ahead and inhale. Exhale. Lift a little this time. Inhale. And exhale. Stand all the way up now this time. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. Let's stand behind our chair this time. Don't worry, we're going to do seated variations of our standing exercises, so feel free to stay seated if you would like to. Okay. So standing behind our chair, we can hold on to it for support if we need to. But let's wake up our ankle a little bit more again here. This time we are going to raise one heel up. We're going to raise one heel up. If you look at my foot over here, and my toes are still in contact with the ground. And then I'm going to draw a circle with that heel. So if I face the front here, my heel is up. My toes are still on the ground. They're not stuck to it, but they're in contact with the ground. And I'm drawing a circle with my heel, waking up the ankles here. Switch directions, circle the other way now this time. Imagine you're drawing as big of a circle as you can. Okay, set that foot down. We're going to switch to the other foot. Again, we are going to raise one heel up. Heel is off the ground. Toes are still in contact with the ground. And then you're going to draw a circle. And this is what it looks like from the front. Taking deep breaths in and out as we do this motion and move our feet. Okay, switch directions, other way. If you hear noises from your ankle, that's pretty normal. I know, I just heard them too. But it shouldn't be feeling any pain. You don't want to feel pain when you're doing this. If you are, take a break, please do. Sometimes we might just be pushing it a little bit too much, a little bit too far if we do feel that. So you don't want that. Okay, and shake that off. Take deep breaths in and out again. Okay, and standing behind your chair, holding on to that chair for support if we need to. If we would like to really challenge our balance, feel free not to hold on to that chair. But we are going to lift our heels up off of the ground and then come back down. So this is both my legs going up on my tippy toes and then back down. So going up and down, up and down. Again, a comfortable range of motion. Making sure we're taking deep breaths in and out. We are going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest and shake off that feet again here. I forgot what that looks like if you're seated down. It's very similar to what we were doing earlier, but it's simply doing the same exact thing, lifting those heels up off of the ground. And to make it a little bit more challenging if you were seated down while doing this, is to sit towards the edge of your chair here so that you feel more of the weight of your legs, instead of it being all the way here and, you just lifting your heels like that. But if you are seated towards the edge of your chair, you feel the weight of your thighs here kind of pushing down, really having to lift those heels up. Takes a little bit more effort to do that if we are towards the edge of our seat. Okay, this time we are going to warm up our hips a little bit here. Well, not so much our hips, but our whole entire leg. But we are going to raise one leg up at a time. Imagine as though we are marching in place. You can hold on to the chair if you need that support, or you can have your hands on your hips, whatever works for you. But go ahead and lift your feet a few inches off the ground, alternating each side. You can really practice kind of opening up your hip a little bit here. If you raise it a little bit higher up, make it a little bit more difficult with the distance in which you are raising your leg. But of course, just do what you can. This is an all abilities exercise class, so do whatever makes the most sense for you. Also, when we are marching like this, we're kind of shifting our weight left and right here, but try not to, if you really want to get that leg up, sometimes we feel the need to lean over, kind of like really having that hip angled to help raise our leg. Try not to do that. Try and keep your hips in place so then it's not tilting. I'm not tilting my hips to get my leg higher. We are in place doing this movement and just simply shifting our weight back and forth. The slower you go, the more difficult it is too, actually, because then you have to really balance. Really have to control your weight shifting as well. So feel free to play with the variations in which you can do this exercise. Okay, go ahead and relax. Take another deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Again, remember to keep on drinking water. Keep on taking breaks if you need to. We'll always be here back. You can always replay the parts that you've missed once we end this live recording of it. Okay. Okay, this time we are going to do some side stepping. So this is something that you can do with your chair again here in front of you to hold on to. But you are going to step one to the side and then step it back to center. Step to the other side and back to center. So stepping one to the side and center. Step other side and center. Going right and left. I am going to remove this chair so that you can clearly see what my legs are doing. But we are stepping right, together, left, together. And when you do this, you can also change up the distance in which you step your foot out. If you really want to make it challenging, you can step farther out. That's something that you could do. Or you can keep it small. Keep it just few. Keep it kind of right underneath you if you would like. Okay, keep on going. I'm going to show what this looks like sitting down. And when I'm doing the sitting down, I'm simply doing the same thing, sliding my feet to the side, together, side, together. Okay, for those of you who are sitting down, a variation to this to make it a little bit more challenging is to raise your leg as it goes to the side and then raise it back as it goes back to center. So imagine you're stepping over something that's on the floor, so you know you gotta raise your leg here. And you're trying to step over, maybe like a little, maybe stepping over a ball or a cone or anything that might be over to the side that you have. So that is the variation for if you are sitting down to make it more challenging. If you're standing up, we are going to step to the side. We're going to do a mini squat. Straighten out, feet together. Other side, mini squat. Straighten out, feet together. So what that looks like, step to the side, squat, straighten out, side, squat, straighten out. So side. Squatting is kind of like, imagine you're sitting down in an imaginary chair behind you. So you're somewhat kind of sticking out your glutes, your butt here, as you sit back. And you can, of course, do a full-on squat if you would like, go lower if you would like to. That is something that you can do. I'm going to face a little bit to the side here so you can see a bit as well. But I'm stepping to the side, squat, straighten out, feet together, side, squat, straighten out, feet together. Okay, we are going to do this for 2 more times on each side. So here's 1 and 2. Okay, feet back together now. We are going to sit back down, but don't just sit down just yet. We're going to do the same thing that we did earlier, where our feet, or our legs, is touching the chair. We know where we're going to sit down. We know that it's there. And we are going to take a deep breath in and inhale. Exhale, push your hands out as you lower yourself back to the chair, trying not to plop down. Okay. Taking a bit of a break from our legs. They were doing a lot of different movements. We are going to, this time, stretch out our arms a bit before we do more arm exercises or upper body exercises. But we are going to stretch one arm off to the side and then have it come across our body. So when we do this, we are not tilting our shoulders like this. We're making sure that our upper body is facing the front the whole time. So again, on the other side, stretch out that arm to the side and then have it come across. Arm to the side and have it come across. Arm to the side and come across. So we are not moving our shoulders like this and doing this kind of a movement. This is not what we're trying to do, but we're trying to keep ourselves facing straight the whole time. We feel even deeper of a stretch with our shoulder, which is what we're trying to do with this exercise. So we're not stretching out our core just yet. We'll get to that in a little bit. Taking deep breaths in and out. Okay, let's go ahead this time. We are this time going to warm up our core. So to do that, we are going to turn our shoulders and our head and our neck to one side. Look straight ahead, and then to the other side, straight ahead. So imagine you're kind of twisting your body side to side here. If you would like even deeper of a stretch, go ahead and look all the way back behind you. So facing the back and realizing, or not realizing, but being aware of your surroundings. This is a good exercise to do even when you're sitting down at any part of the day. Do a few repetitions of this. And it's something that sometimes we forget to do. And eventually when we grow older, we might lose that ability to be able to look behind us. And these small movements over here, they really do add up over time. The more we keep on doing it, the more we can keep on doing it. So it's that saying of motion is lotion, kind of. Or if you don't use it, you lose it. So want to make sure we're still using all parts of our body here, doing these exercise movements. Okay, let's straight ahead again. Let's take a few deep breaths in and out. Drink some water if you need to. But inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And drink some water. Okay, so we're pretty warmed up here in our core, our obliques, like the sides of our abdomen. And we are going to this time take our weights again if we have it. These are 2-pound weights that I have. Again, you don't need weights to do any of these exercises. This is just for you if you would like to challenge yourself. Or you can do it with things that you have around you, like water bottles or cans of soup, cans of anything else that's about of equal weight. And let's go ahead and grab onto just one of them for now. And we are going to do a similar movement as what we were doing earlier. So we are going to extend this out in front of us at chest level. So I'm right there, kind of at chest level with this weight. And then I'm going to twist and put it to the side, straight ahead, and twist to the side. So this movement, we are working our upper body, our whole entire upper body. I feel it in the shoulders, in my core, trying to do this twisting motion. But when we twist, I'm going to face the side here, but straight out in front of me. And when I twist, I'm kind of just putting it right at my hip. Imagine I'm putting something into my pocket. So straight out in front of me, and then twist. It's almost like if I'm facing the front here, it almost feels like I'm rowing a boat in a way. And again, this movement you can do without a weight in front of you. You can clasp your hands together and do the same movement, especially if you're starting to get tired. You can keep on going with this movement. Imagine you're going about, it's a nice day out here if you're watching in Minnesota, or at least in Minneapolis, St. Paul. Um, so imagine you're kind of rowing your boat across a lake, across any other body of water. But we are going to do this 2 more times on each side. So here's 1 and 2. And rest. Relax. Shake that off. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Kind of stretch that out a bit if you need to. Taking deep breaths in and out. Okay, so continuing with our weight here. Again, you don't need any of these exercise equipments that we have. If you don't have it, just keep on going with having your hands clasped together. But we are going to raise this above our head this time. So I have it just above my head here. And then I am going to bend it back behind me and then straighten out. Let's try that again, bending it back behind me and then straighten out. Taking deep breaths in and out. Inhaling and exhaling. I usually inhale and then exhale as I push it up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You can also do this without weights again. Clasp your hands together. Inhale, exhale. Push your hands together. Inhale, exhale. Let's do it for 2 more times here. And release. Let that weight go and shake off those arms again here. Taking deep breaths in and out. Drinking water if you need to. Inhaling and exhaling. And let's actually do some seated breathing here. And we are going to do some belly breathing. So let's place our hands right at our stomach. And we are going to inhale through our nose. And when we inhale through our nose, we're going to push our stomach out. So imagine you're taking in all the oxygen, getting it all the way down to your belly here, and filling it up like a balloon. So go ahead and inhale, pushing that stomach out, and exhale, pushing that stomach back in. Let's try that again. Inhale through your nose, expanding that stomach, expanding the balloon, and exhale through your mouth, coming back in. Again, inhale through your nose, and exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose, and exhale through your mouth. Okay, so let's go ahead, drink some water again. We are going to take a break from our upper body and go back to our legs here. Okay, so if you remember from earlier, we were raising one leg up at a time. So let me face the side here so you can see a little bit easier. Raising one leg up at a time. This time we're not going to alternate it. So we'll do 5 times on our right side, 5 times on our left side. And let's go ahead and do that. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And so let's start with our right leg, raising it up and back down. Right leg again, same leg, up and back down. Taking deep breaths in and out. Moving as slow as you can because it actually makes it a little bit more difficult to move slow. And I think that's 5. Other side now this time. Left leg, extending it out, coming back, extending it out, and coming back. Moving as slow as you can. Taking deep breaths in and out. And I think we have one more here. And this time we're going to raise both our legs up at the same time. So let's go ahead, raise both our legs up, and we're going to have it stationary right here because we're going to do our flutter kicks. So imagine you're doing these small kicks, kind of like when you're in a pool maybe, extending your feet out. You can choose to have your feet pointed like this, or flexed, meaning you're trying to bring the top of your foot as close to your shin as possible. Up to you, but often pointing it or flexing it makes it a little bit more challenging to do. But keep on going, keep on fighting through, taking deep breaths in and out. Okay, and then we are going to hold it up in the air. Hold it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and back down. 1, and rest. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, and deep breath out. Okay, let's go ahead and do our sit to stand exercise again here. Let's go standing up this time. So taking a deep breath in and out. Let's just go ahead and get ourselves ready for this. Sitting towards the edge of our chair. Shoulders relaxed. Posture is upright the whole entire time when we do this exercise. We're going to take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Okay. First motion to this exercise is leaning over, no lifting yet. Inhale. Exhale. Lifting a little this time. Inhale. And exhale. Remember to use the different variations to help you get up. And last one, standing up. We're going to inhale. And exhale. Okay, stand behind your chair again here. And take a deep breath in. Let's place our hands on our stomach, do some belly breathing. We're going to inhale, push your stomach out. Exhale, push your stomach back in. Inhale, push your stomach out. Exhale, push your stomach back in. One more time here. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, so standing behind your chair again here. We're going to do a couple stretches with our legs. Let's take it easy for the last 10 minutes of class here and do some more stretches. But we are going to stand about an arm's length away from our chair. And what we're going to do is we're going to place one foot forward, doesn't matter which one, just choose feet flat on the floor. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And then we're going to but we're going to shift our weight forward. So my feet are flat on the floor the whole entire time. This back leg is outstretched and I am leaning forward. So making sure that back is outstretched so that you feel that stretch right here on your leg, kind of right at your calf here. Keeping this back leg as outstretched as possible and keeping your feet flat on the floor. Let's try that with the other side here. So one foot in front, Make sure the feet are flat the whole entire time. Back leg is outstretched, it's straight, and lean forward. Shift your weight forward. So you should feel a stretch kind of in the underside of your leg here. I know I feel it most with my calves on that back leg. And let's try that again. Go ahead, switch legs, and do the same exact motion that we were doing. This time I'm going to show what a similar stretch would look like if you were sitting down. But it's a lot of the same thing, actually. We are going to extend one leg out, just one leg extended. We are going to flex that foot. So if you watch my foot here, this foot, that one that's outstretched, it's not flat on the floor, but I'm keeping it up, keeping my toes pointing to the ceiling if I can. And then I'm going to lean forward. I should feel a stretch right here, kind of in the underside of my leg, similar to how we're doing it standing up. So go ahead and feel that stretch. Switch. If you're standing up, switch as well if you haven't yet. But one outstretched leg in front of you. Flex that foot if you are sitting down. So have the toes pointing up to the ceiling and lean forward. Now if you're standing up, make sure your feet are flat on the floor. So that's the key difference of if you're doing this either sitting down or standing up. Sitting down, you have your foot flexed, toes pointing up to the ceiling to feel that stretch. While if you're sitting down, you keep your feet flat on the ground to feel that stretch. Okay, release. Let's try that again one more time. Extend that leg out right in front of you. Flex that foot if you're sitting down. Keep them flat on the floor if you're standing up. And shift that weight forward. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. One more. Take a deep breath in. And take a deep breath out. Release. Okay. One more. Switch sides. I'm going to do it standing up now this time. So those of you who are seated, go ahead and keep going. But put one foot out. Keep your feet flat if you're standing up. Keep your outstretched leg stretched and foot is flexed if you're sitting down, only if you're sitting down. But we are going to shift our weight forward. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay. So there you go. There's our leg stretches for the day. We are going to move up now this time. We're going to stretch our arms here. We have been doing a lot with our arms. So let's have our arms outstretched. Watch out for what might come in the way. I know we're often doing this at home, so want to keep an open space right here. But extend your arms out. Imagine you're being pulled to the sides here. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Stretch a little bit more. What I mean by that is bringing your hands a little bit farther behind you, feeling that chest open up, that upper back also kind of clenching here. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Add a gentle turn to the left, stretching out that core. Gentle turn to the right. Watch out that you try not to knock things over with your arms. One more on each side. Okay, and relax. Set those arms down. Take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in and out. This time we are going to give ourselves a hug. So go ahead and we're going to inhale and squeeze like we're really hugging ourselves. Taking a deep breath in, taking a deep breath out and release. One more time. Inhale, take a deep breath in and squeeze. Take a deep breath out, release. Switch hands. Your arm on top is now going to be the one in the bottom. Same thing. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze again. Exhale, release. And let that go. Shaking that off. Taking a deep breath in and out. And let's lastly move on to our head and our neck. I'm going to sit here. Feel free to stay standing up if you would like, but I'm going to sit just so I'm a little bit closer to the camera. But we are going to bring our shoulders down, curling them downward, and then we're going to lean over to one side. So I'm imagining as though my ear is trying to reach my shoulder, but I'm not kind of raising that shoulder up. I'm not doing this because I'm pulling my shoulders down. I'm pulling them down, and that's where you feel that stretch right here at your neck. Let's switch to the other side here. Remember, pull those shoulders down, but your ear is trying to go towards that direction. Feel a stretch right here at your neck. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Switch again to the other side. We're doing it a second time, so maybe you notice that you can stretch a little bit more, a little bit further. Inhale, exhale. One last time on this side. Really feel that stretch. Bring those shoulders down. Inhale, exhale, and straighten out. Okay, thank you for joining me today. My name is Carmel. I work with the Vital Living Program at Eastside, and this is another end to our weekly Vital Fitness class that we do every Tuesday on Facebook Live from 10:30 to 11:30. Of course, I said before, we save these videos every week, so feel free to watch previous week's videos or keep on watching the same video every day if you would like to. Up to you. But I'm going to show here a link to our website, our Vital Living website within Eastside Neighborhood Services. Feel free to take a look at that, subscribe to our newsletter. We're about to release our June newsletter this week, so stay updated with us, and I hope you're all taking care and staying safe. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.